Hello and welcome back to the channel, How We Move the Decimal. In today's video, I am photographing slides to sell on eBay. These are vintage slides. They are not as vintage as my other vintage slides because these are plastic and not cardboard when it comes to the framing. And that's usually one of the biggest giveaways, whether it's vintage, like truly vintage or not. Usually my oldest slides are red frames, so that hopefully that helps. But the red frames don't have dates, so that makes it more difficult, where the plastic frames and the Kodachromes with the orange corners or yellow corners, whatever color you want to call it, they usually have dates stamped in them of when the photo was processed. Not when it was taken, but when it was processed. So in today's video, I kind of want to talk about like prepping, I guess, for inventory. So by the time you're watching this, we're there and back, but my husband and I are planning to make a business trip to go to the bins, which is roughly 3 hours away from us, a little more than 3 hours, but we'll say 3 hours is our closest bins. And because of that, we usually get a hotel and stay the night and do the bins 2 days. So we'll do them like Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. We tend not to take off from our normal jobs to do that unless we need to burn sick days at the end of the fiscal year. But we are planning to do a trip there. And I like to walk away with at least 200 pounds of clothing or items or whatever. I like to walk away with, I like to do like a pound a day. There is one bins, the area we're going to has 4, and there's one that we frequent a lot that is more with like cleaner. It's not that it has necessarily better things, but it has a nice bathroom that I can use the bathroom in. And when you're there all day, you do want to be able to use the restroom. So, and wash your hands periodically. I've gone in there several times. I usually bring my own soap and my own hand sanitizer, and I'll go in there and I'll wash my hands. I know some people wear gloves. I don't wear gloves, especially when I'm going through the clothing, which is a recipe for disaster because you do touch really disgusting things. But I need to feel the thickness, like the thickness of jeans, the thickness of shirts and sweaters. That helps me if it's like good name brand or not good name brand. So I really need to touch the things, which is really disgusting. And I do wash my hands periodically. I also wear a very specific purse. I don't take a purse in there. I wear a crossbody bag that I can easily access on the front of my body to carry my wallet and my phone. I might try to GoPro in there a little bit, but the one we do go to has no filming, so I might just take some pictures and show the pictures of it. It's not terribly exciting. It gives me anxiety sometimes if it's very full. I do get pushed around more than my husband does. My husband doesn't get pushed around as much as me. I don't know if it's a guy-girl thing. I don't know if it's a size thing. I am average size for a female, but I am definitely smaller than a lot of the men that are there. But ironically, I get pushed around more by other females than I do by guys. I've had issues with children at this bins before that are unsupervised and running around. That happens a lot. However, I found it's harder if I have a cart because I can't get into tight places, but the cart also offers a buffer for me, so I will always like to do a cart. Now, last time we were at this bins, which was 2 years ago, they had implemented a new policy in which we couldn't have multiple carts. So you couldn't fill a cart and park it. You had to check out, take it out to your car, and then come back in, which I liked because I could get a cart then, where before when people would have like 2 to 3 carts with sheets or whatever over the top of them, they would hoard the carts and I wouldn't have a cart to get. So after they implemented that, there were plenty of carts. I had no issue not getting a cart. Some bins, there are issues getting carts. I had no issues getting carts. That being said, I'm going to bring my big IKEA bags in case there is an issue with the carts, and I will just go out to my car and get that. Otherwise, I will use them to take home stuff, but I usually bring 30-gallon garbage bags. the black garbage bags and just put in the van for that. We will be taking our minivan, not the car, so we can haul more stuff. My husband tends to get more hard goods than I do, but I tend to get more clothing. But it's a bins in the Midwest and not necessarily in a big town, so it doesn't have a lot of clothing to have, but it has better selection than I do here and better prices. So, and I want to say it's $1.29 per pound. Last I checked, it might be up to $1.50. I'm not completely sure. I haven't been in there yet, but I do have a rewards card too that takes it off. So I try to go closer to my birthday because they give you like a $10 birthday bonus, but I think it's been too long for me to do that. So I'm not going to get the bonus there. But I did get a 5% bonus at Target after my birthday, which made me quite happy. So hopefully we'll go there. We're going to go to the normal Goodwill, which is very close to the outlet, and we're going to go to the Salvation Army, which is probably about 3 miles away. We're going to save our receipts for everything, our receipts for the hotel, every meal we eat, gas, mileage, everything. So we can use it as a business write-off. I just did our taxes for this past year, and I will say that it's been eye-opening, the lack of write-offs I had. So I ended up having to owe taxes. Not a lot, just a couple hundred, but in previous years, I had the ability to write in as like enough off that I wouldn't have to owe that much in taxes. So we need to keep all this to write off because we had a very good January. So I need to do some business write-offs. I like to do it by quarter. So I know like I had a good January. Before April 1st, I need to make sure I have the write-offs I need before then. We're going to have a couple more write-offs in April because we have another trip planned. So that is great. Unfortunately, one of the local thrift stores I used to frequent a lot stopped giving receipts. So it's like a garage sale, and I have to keep track of that myself, and that's quite hard to do. I can, but I have to be cognitively aware of it now for the write-offs. But we are excited to go to the bins. Hopefully I can get 200 pounds of clothing, and I'll have some more videos of me photographing. Those of you that watch the channel, hi Mom. I haven't had a lot of photographing videos lately because I just haven't had the items. And the hard goods and stuff we've been getting from auctions, my husband has been photographing, and he doesn't really want to be videoed. So there's not been anything with that. But I'm going to have some listing videos pretty soon of items I'm listing on eBay that are not recent auction items. And hopefully I will have stuff from the bins. When we go, I always leave it in garbage bags in my garage. I do not bring it into my house until it's been processed. So when I'm saying processing, I'm saying cleaned, put through the washer and dryer, and then brought in. So it could be a bit before that all gets processed. Thank you for watching my videos. Please enjoy the digitals of these slides and have a wonderful day.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces.